Hello from Seoul. Whether you're a beginner or a professional chef, making your own weeknight dinner is kind of a hassle, right? But don't worry about it. With me, you will have one of the best chicken noodle soups in under 15 minutes. I guarantee it. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started. Today we're making chicken noodle soup, but it's not just any chicken noodle soup. It's something with a Korean spicy kick. What? Sounds too complicated? Don't worry about it. With me, you can make it within 10 minutes. But let's just invest 5 more minutes and make it more delicious. Trust me, it'll be totally worth it. For this, you will need chicken, green onions, Korean radish or daikon, shiitake mushrooms, mung bean sprouts, and some Korean knife-cut noodles. Now some of you might say, Aaron, there's no Korean grocery store near my place, so I can't get the noodles. Don't worry about it. You can use whatever noodles you have. What? You have no noodles in your pantry? Then just get yourself some hot rice, because that's another way to enjoy this noodle soup. So stop worrying and run to your kitchen. Alright, let's start with our vegetables. First, green onion. Cut them in half lengthwise and then cut them into long strips. Although it's called chicken noodle soup, I feel like I want to call this green onion soup because these bad boys are crucial for flavor. So be super generous with this. Remember, more green onion, more delicious. Next, radish. Cut 200 grams of radish into matchsticks. If it's too thick, it's gonna take a while to cook, and you may get the noodle soup maybe tomorrow. So please cut it into thin matchsticks. And just like the green onion, this is gonna make the broth taste really good. So I hope you don't skip this. But don't you dare bring that regular radish. That's not gonna work. I told you. So if something weird comes out of your pot, I'm not responsible. Once that's done, slice 3 shiitake mushrooms. If you ever tried my recipes, I'm pretty sure you know how amazing they are. But if it's really hard to get this, you could also use oyster, king oyster, or even button mushroom. But truffle, you might go bankrupt. Now this is totally optional, but if you want to challenge yourself and make it more spicy, then slice 2 or 3 green chilies. But I'm just gonna use 1 to make it less spicy. This time, let's make our seasoning paste. In a small container, add 3 tablespoons of Korean chili pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, 1.5 tablespoons of chicken bouillon powder, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, a quarter teaspoon of black pepper, and give that a good mix. Just by wetting our chili pepper flakes with some liquids, you'll be able to make the iconic chili oil on top of the soup without burning it. What are you doing? Take some notes. Finally, let's prep our chicken. Traditionally, we use a whole chicken to make a broth. But if you cook it that way, especially after work, you will probably taste a sip of soup by 11, right? So today, we're gonna be using 2 chicken thighs and 1 chicken breast. You're on a diet, so you just want to use chicken breast? Why not? You can do that. But since chicken thigh has a lot more flavor, I strongly recommend you stick to the recipe. Alright, let's cut the chicken into nice bite-sized pieces. Depending on your preference, you can leave the skin on or remove it, but I'll keep the skin on this time, because the fat from the skin will add a deep and rich flavor. Now everything is ready to go. Let's get cooking. To a wok or pot, add 1 tablespoon of oil and heat it over medium-high heat. Once it gets nice and hot, add in your chicken and cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. Once they get a little bit of color and most of the fat has rendered out, add our radish and green onions. We're gonna saute those for about 2 minutes or until they're starting to soften. Now reduce the heat to medium-low, add the seasoning paste, and let them cook for about 2 more minutes or until you get a beautiful chili oil. Although our liquids protect our precious chili flakes, they're still easy to burn. So if they're about to burn, reduce the heat to low or just turn it off. Yeah, if you don't want to start over from the beginning, please be careful. Once you've got some beautiful chili oil, add 5 cups of water and bring it to a boil. When it comes to a boil, add some mung bean sprouts, mushrooms, chili pepper, and let it continue to boil over medium-high for about 7 minutes. That's it. So simple, right? I think we don't need an instant ramen anymore. Now take your spoon and give it a little taste. And if it's needed, add a little bit of salt or this Korean beef stock powder. I know beef stock powder for chicken noodle soup sounds a little weird, but trust me, this will take you to a Korean restaurant. But mine tastes perfect, so I'm gonna skip it this time. And while that's going, cook your noodles according to the packaging instructions. If you're using Korean knife cut noodles just like me, please give it a quick rinse before you add it to the water. Otherwise, you may end up with something like creamy pasta because of the starch. Alright, the noodles are ready to go. Let's get some drained noodles into a bowl and top them with your hot broth. Finally, these are totally optional, but if it's your wife's birthday, so you need to make it more pretty, then add some shredded chicken, green onions, and chili peppers. Remember, happy wife, safe life. How does it look? Can you believe we made this beautiful chicken noodle soup in just 15 minutes? I don't think so. Alright, let's go to our taste tester. Claire?
Wow, it looks super red, super delicious. I love this iconic chili oil on top of the soup. 먹어볼까요? Let's try! 얼핏 봤을 때는 장칼국수 느낌도 있다. 닭육수의 향이 되게 진하게 느껴지네. 난 사실 소고기로 만든 육개장 칼국수만 많이 먹어봤거든. 이 닭칼국수는 안 먹어봤는데 느낌이 육개장 칼국수 같은 경우는 국물이 좀 깔끔한 편이라면 이 닭게장 같은 경우는 국물이 훨씬 진해. 맛있다. 맛있어. 되게 진하고 괜찮아. This time, let's try the noodles. 통통하니 맛있네. 면이 우동면 먹는 것처럼 통통하니 맛있고 중간에 숙주가 술룩하고 빨리 들어오는데 그 아삭함까지 추가돼가지고 재밌어. 먹는 재미가 있어. 맛있다. 진짜 맛있다. 기분 좋은 맛이야. 근데 지금 생각해보니까 이게 국물이 맛이 없을래 없을 수가 없는 것 같아. 닭도 들어갔지, 표고버섯 들어갔지, 거기에 무까지 들어갔지, 그린 어니언 들어갔지. You know what? The one with the beef was kind of fancy, but this one is more like comforting and humble. So I feel like this one is more like my mom's chicken noodle soup. Once you try it, I think you will feel the same way. Try it. By any chance, if you don't think you can handle this spiciness, even though it's not that spicy, then pour in some beaten egg when you cook it, like a egg drop soup. That's another way to enjoy this chicken noodle soup. You're welcome. Enjoy!
Today, I showed you how to make 닭게장 칼국수, spicy Korean chicken noodle soup. As I said earlier, it's incredibly simple and easy. So from now, when you're craving a nice bowl of noodle soup, especially after work, you don't have to summon your instant ramen anymore. The taste, once you try it, I'm pretty sure you will meet one of the best noodle soups that you ever had. I guarantee it. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.